What is music? A simple Google search will define it as a combination of rhythm, melody, and harmony that is pleasant to the ears. But music is much more than just a pleasing arrangement of sounds. It can be defined in various ways, depending on the perspective we take. Aretz, in his book, The Atlas of Music, offers a comprehensive exploration of different ways to define and classify music. But here, let's talk about three key perspectives: the scientific, the psychological, and the sociological. Through these lenses and focusing in the sociological standpoint, in this video, we will uncover the intricate relationships between music and the human experience, particularly in the context of Latin American and Colombian society. From a scientific standpoint, music can be seen as a complex arrangement of sounds that are organized in time and perceived by the human auditory system. It involves the systematic manipulation of elements like pitch, rhythm, and harmony to create structured and expressive compositions. This is called musical acoustics, and it is concerned with researching and describing the physics of music and how sounds are employed to make music. From a psychological perspective, music has profound effects on the human brain. It can evoke a wide range of emotions, influence mood, and stimulate cognitive processes. Research suggests that music's emotional impact is mediated by the limbic system, the brain region associated with emotions and memory. The interplay of melody, rhythm, harmony, and dynamics, along with the lyrics, if they are present, contributes to the emotional impact of a musical piece. For example, fast tempos, high pitch, and loud dynamics tend to be associated with more energetic and exciting emotions, while slower tempos, lower pitch, and softer dynamics can evoke feelings of calmness and sadness. Now, let's shift our focus to the sociological aspect. Music is not just a collection of sounds. It has deep cultural roots. As Ulrich suggests, music has two elements: the acoustic material, that are the sounds themselves, and the intellectual idea that transforms those sounds into art. Thus, music becomes intertwined with history, time, and society, making it a cultural product.
On the other hand, in her book Music in Everyday Life, published in the year 2000, the professor of the sociology of music, Tia Denora, speaks of a range of strategies through which music is mobilized as a resource for producing these ends, routines, assumptions, and occasions that constitute social life. Music, therefore, is deeply embedded in reality, including social interactions and cultural practices. It has the unique ability to represent certain aspects of social life, such as the values, beliefs, and traditions of a particular society. To fully comprehend the power and impact of music, it is vital to consider its sociocultural context. Examining the societal and cultural factors that influence the creation and reception of a particular piece of music allow us to gain a deeper understanding of its meaning and significance. This includes taking into account the historical, political, and economic circumstances of the time and place in which the music was created, as well as the cultural traditions, values, and beliefs that shaped the artistic expression of the musicians and their audiences. In other words, people use music as a means of giving meaning to themselves and their world, as it offers a reflection of their innermost thoughts and feelings. Whether it is used as a form of entertainment, a means of communication, or a tool for self-expression, music has the power to enrich our lives and connect us to each other in profound ways. Analyzing music within its sociocultural context also helps us appreciate its transformative potential for individuals and communities. It has the potential to facilitate communication, promote cultural exchange, and drive social progress.
Music has played a fundamental role in shaping and expressing cultural identity in Colombia. Throughout history, various rhythms and musical genres have emerged and merged in this country of great ethnic diversity and culture. Cultural identity refers to the collective manifestations of social-cultural elements such as belief, traditions, symbols, customs, and values, which provide individuals belonging to a community with a sense of belonging and communion with their peers. In other words, it is a form of collective identification through which members of a particular social group, understood as a culture, differentiate themselves from those who are not part of it. The main question here is, why does music generate identity? Among the prominent sounds listed by the Ministry of Culture as a representative of the nation, we have vallenato, salsa, timbal, llanera music, cumbia, reggaeton, and merengue. Carlos Miñana, an expert in anthropology and music from the National University, provides an answer to why we seek identity in music. According to Miñana, music has the power to generate collective meaning, produce political and emotional ideas. Each individual assigns different meanings to it, but when you share them, you experience the sensation of being part of everyone, regardless of what others may think. Beyond being a combination of pleasing sounds, music blends rhythms and harmonies that arise from social practices where time and space are crucial for personal, social, and national identity. Music has always been present, serving as one of the oldest rituals used by people to express emotions, desires, feelings. Moreover, it represents an important element of knowledge and transmission of our cultural patterns. Not only that, but music also allows us to go beyond spoken language. Music speaks to us even without words, always conveying meanings that can vary according to culture and the elements that shape it. However, music not only transmits cultural symbols and values, but also reflects some aspects of each society. Clear examples are the relationship between genres, social hierarchies, social needs and concerns, and the technological and production developments. When interpreting a musical piece, we must remember that our interpretation depends on our personal experiences, but also on learned responses and cultural patterns. Thus, as mentioned before, the same song can be interpreted in different ways. Additionally, musical structures originate from specific cultural patterns, and societies categorize those structures according to their function. Then, we find music intended for religious ceremonies, dance, evoking specific feelings or emotions, and more. At the same time, music in Colombia has served to share the social messages that speak of the reality experienced in the country. For example, Isabel Ramírez Ocampo is one of the most direct new Colombian voices when it comes to describing, through her songs, the reality of the poor Colombian man and the suffering he faces, due to a historical reality that has persisted since past times without any positive changes. The song titled La Muchacha talks about the difficulty in everyday life in the countryside, as well as the painful and frustrating events that occur there, such as the overexploitation of rivers or the murders of social leaders. It portrays a Colombia that suffers from the violence of armed groups and the government's incapacity to stop them.
Music has had a significant impact on Latin American society throughout history, in terms of cultural expression and social transformation. For example, music in Latin America has been a powerful way to express cultural identity and preserve traditions. Music has been a key tool to keep Latin American culture alive and transmit messages related to history, the social struggle, and experience of Latin American people. In the progress and social change movements in Latin America, music has been used as a form of protest to promote social change. During the 1960s and 1970s, the new Latin American song movement emerged as a social expression that addressed issues of injustice, oppression, and inequality in the region. The new Latin American song movement was a cultural and musical phenomenon that emerged primarily in the 1960s and 1970s in some countries of Latin America. It arose as an artistic and political response to the social, political, and economic realities of the region at the time. This movement drew inspiration from traditional and folk music of Latin America, merging with influence from other genres such as rock, jazz, and progressive music. The lyrics talk about social and political issues such as poverty, labor exploitation, the struggle for human rights, and resistance against dictatorship and authoritarian governments. Some of the most prominent figures of this movement were Violeta Parra and Victor Jara in Chile, Mercedes Sosa in Argentina, Silvio Rodríguez and Pablo Milanés in Cuba, Chico Buarque in Brazil, Daniel Bligetti in Uruguay, and Ali Primera in Venezuela, among others. Music has been a key factor in creating social bonds on the community. Music has the ability to promote social cohesion and sense of belonging through participation in shared musical activities such as dance, festivals, and community events. Some songs that deliver message are the following: El Campesino Embejucado by Oscar Humberto Gómez. These songs that portrays the reality of hundreds of thousands Colombian farmers who have spent more than 5 decades in the middle of the political and military conflict. They have been under the bullets of FARC and the paramilitaries, persecution and labels from the godos, liberales, fascists, and mamertos. Oscar Humberto Gómez wrote El Campesino Embejucado as a parable for 12 years with the word had worked with the land, so La Papira reaches the home of Colombian people. Other song with a message is Quien Los Mató by Hendrix, Nidia Góngora, Alexis Play, and Junior Hein. Colombian Pacific musician and the artists Hendrix, Nidia Góngora, Alexis Play, and Junior Hein wrote Quien Los Mató, a song made in memory of 5 young people killed on August 11 in 2020 in Llano Verde, Cali. This is a favorite song that recalls the acts of violence in Colombia from the falsos positivos and the indiscriminate massacres in country and young people.
La Muchacha showcases in its songs the harshness of the sector and society.
Ay, yo aquí sentada y todo tan paraco, tan sucio, tan berraco, tan por debajo de la mesa. Y quien invite a la cerveza, le cuento este cuento largo, largo como el cañón del río donde habitan los escorpiones. Ay, yo aquí parchada y todo tan mordido, tan desaparecido, tan por debajo de la tierra. No se mutieron la guerra hasta el fondo de la tráquea.